In today's video, I'm going to look at the phrase, they can only love you as much as you love yourself. I mentioned it in the Hurt People video, so you can take a look at that as well. But what I want to do in this video is I want to shift the dynamics. I want to look at it from a different perspective. What if we considered that they can only love you as much as they love themselves? Stay tuned as we explore this concept and how it affects our relationships. Hi, and welcome to Oaklaw Door. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Claire Atyeo, and to returning subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's start by examining the traditional interpretation of the phrase. Often you will hear me say, you will hear many people say that we can only expect the amount of love that we are willing to be giving ourselves. So we can only receive the amount of love to the amount that we're willing to give ourselves. And while self-love is indeed absolutely crucial, it's equally important to consider how much our partners love themselves and the impact that that's having on our relationships. And I say this because many people find themselves waiting for their partners to change, hoping that one day they'll learn to love them in the way that they desire. I've been guilty of that one. However, this waiting game can often be fruitless, especially if the other person isn't actively working on their personal development. And it's really important to remember that personal growth and self-love are an ongoing process. Building healthy relationships requires open and honest communication. It's essential to discuss your needs, your desires, your expectations with your partner. That can be inhibited when we don't know ourselves, when we've not done that personal investment into ourselves. We don't know what our needs are, what our desires are, what our expectations are. It makes it very, very difficult to have open, honest conversations with unknown quantities. And this is why we say personal development is so important. Getting to know yourself at a soul level is so important, because when you do know those needs, when you do know those desires, when you are able to express them openly to your partner, what's going to happen is you start to work together to find a balance, to be able to create an environment where both partners can grow individually and as a couple. Whilst it's crucial for your partner to love themselves, it's equally important for you to love yourself. Self-love enables us to set healthy boundaries, communicate our needs, and prioritize our well-being. Now, I'm not saying that your partner should be able to know instantly that you're going to grow at the same speeds. That's not. You need to be bringing compassion, you need to be bringing empathy, you need to be bringing understanding into the process, because it is a process, it is a journey. It's a journey for the both of you, and you will grow and you will develop and you will flourish at different times. So you hold each other with compassion, but you also need to be mindful as to whether the work is actually being put in. What you don't want is to have so much empathy and so much compassion and so much patience that you sit there for year after year after year, waiting for them to grow, waiting for them to develop, waiting for them to actually start to love themselves, so that they can actually then start to give you the love that you need. And this is where a lot of relationships fall down. This is where a lot of relationships become dysfunctional because one is waiting and wanting and the other's receiving what they need. So why do the work? This is where that need and that self-love of yourself comes into play, so that you do demand that reciprocity. And so wrapping this up, whilst remembering the phrase, they can only love you as much as you love yourself, holds truth, it's equally significant to consider the other side by acknowledging the fact that they can only love you as much as they love themselves. In this forum, we can approach relationships with a much deeper understanding. And for your relationships to grow, it's important for both of you to foster personal development, to encourage growth in each other, and communicate effectively to create a loving and fulfilling partnership. I shall leave it there. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found the discussion valuable, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you've not yet done so, share with your friends. And if you have any thoughts or experiences on this topic, feel free to share them in the comments section below. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. Love you all.